Okay, we want to start show you how to run your installation for VS Code and your Python, the necessary software that you need. The first thing to do is to first of all confirm on your system whether you have Python and VS Code installed. How to do that? Just open your command prompt. To do that, just go to your start menu or just click on this and then type CMD. That's a shortcut for command prompt. Just open it. Now, I want to confirm if I have VS Code on this system. To confirm that, I just type code, small letter, COD, give a space, hyphen into two places, and then type version, enter. You can see code is not recognized as an internal, that means my VS Code is not installed. Let me confirm if Python is installed. I type Python, I give space, hyphen, version, then enter. Oh, Python is not here. So let us download Python. To download Python, you go to the website python.org. Also for VS Code, I go to the website for VS Code. So for your VS Code is visualstudio.com. Okay, now let's go to Python. If you open Python, this is what you get. Well, when you come to this website or python.org, just click on download. Now, download will show you the latest download, the latest release. The latest release as at today, being 30th of January 2024, is still Python 3.12.1. So I click here to download for Windows users. If you are using another operating system, you can go to the specific link, but I'm doing this for Windows. So click here for Windows to download this. Save it anywhere you want. I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it again. So I've downloaded and saved. Just click on save to finish up your download. I can close this now. The same thing on Visual Studio Code. Click on this to download this for Windows. If it's not for Windows, maybe for Mac, you can select anyone here. But I'm downloading for Windows. Just click here. It will start the download will start automatically. Can see thanks for downloading VS Code window for Windows. So this is the Visual Studio Code, has also been downloaded. After this, I close my browser. I locate where the files are. Let me check where the files are. I save them under downloads. It's where my files are, software. I click on, I want to install the Python first. Double click this to run the installation file. Now when you have this, click install now. But before you click install now, click add Python to path. Please make sure you select this add python.exe to path. Make sure you select that before you click. If you want to install some features only, then you can do customize installation. That is if you are if you are very grounded on this. But if not, just do the install now to install all the necessary application tools that you need for this. So my Python runs. Wait for it to complete. This might take some time depending on your system speed. Fine, my Python is successfully installed. Python is successfully installed, so I can close this and then confirm if that installation is okay. I go back to the command prompt, CMD, enter. It opens my command prompt. I type Python. I give a space, double hyphen, then put version and click enter. You can see the Python is installed and the version is version 3.12.1. Okay, now let's go to run installation for VS Code. I open the where I downloaded it. Where is my VS Code? Under downloads. This is my VS Code. Double click to run the installation file. Now accept the agreement. and then click next. Click next. Click next. Don't change anything. I want to create a desktop icon so that it will be easy for me to open. Also, make sure that you select add to path. Please make sure you select it. If you need any of this, you can select, but it's not compulsory, it's optional. I go to next. After this, check everything is okay. I click install. I wait for my installation to complete, or depending on your system speed. Mine is quite fast, so I can close other windows. Fine. I can launch VS Code from here. Just click finish to launch VS Code. But on that way now, let's confirm if VS Code is working. Remember what we did before? Code, I'll give space, dots, or no, version. You put hyphen hyphen before version to know the version of VS Code that is here. Something is wrong here. Code, version. It's not being recognized. And let me run it again. CMD. I type COD. I give my space, double hyphen. I type the version. Enter. Oh, it's saying me that the version is 1.85.2 plus other things. So my VS Code is fine. Now, if you want to open VS Code directly from the command prompt, you can easily do it by just typing code, give a space, put dots, and press enter. It will open your VS Code. My VS Code is opened. Alternatively, I can just open my VS Code. I can just open my VS Code from here. I can already on my desktops. If it's not there, you can just go to your start menu and look for VS Code. This is VS Code. I've opened my VS Code. Now, first of all, the first thing I need to do is to configure my VS Code. As you can see now, there are some features that are not here. The VS Code is just a normal editor here. So basic things that I'm supposed to use for my Python coding are not here. So what I would do, I go to the extension. The extension is this down one. The last icon here is the extension. The first one is for the Explorer, to open and close your Explorer. So the extension to open and close the extension. The first extension I will install is Python. Now check Python. Just type Python. Now you are seeing Python IntelliSense. Install Python IntelliSense. It's already installed on my own. The next one I will need to install is a Code Runner. Code Runner. Code Runner, because I already had it installed previously, so I'll just enable it. Yeah, if not, you just click install. Another thing I will write is auto pep 8. Some of these things I already run the installation, so you might not be won't be seeing them as new. But these are the things you have to install on your own. Auto pep 8 is already installed. If not, you will see this install in auto pep. You just click install. But I already installed it before. I ran this installation before. I just uninstalled to show you how to run the installation. But some of them I didn't uninstall them, so that's why you're seeing it here. If not, you just see it like install here and then you do your installation. Okay, fine. The next thing I will do is I want to create a folder. I create a folder where I'll be saving all my files. Let me call it anything. Let me call it Python coding. I open my VS Code. To open this folder you've created, just go to your file and you see under this file menu, you see open folder. Click on open folder. select this folder you have created. I created this folder on my desktop. I just select it. Don't open it, just select. Then you come down here and you see select folder. Click on select folder. Now it has opened the folder you created, which is Python coding. Now close this window button. To close it, just look at this, your close, your X. That is X is for your close, or you press Ctrl F4. Now if you hover around the folder name, you will see the four icons will appear. The first one is the for new file, for creating new file. The second one is for creating new folder. The third one is for refreshing. When you create anything you want to refresh, this the next one is for collapsing folder in Explorer. I want to collapse folders here. Now let me create a file. I want to create the first file. The first file, I call it my file. Every Python file will end in the extension .py. This is Python my file. This name can be anything, but I just call my own my file. Normally you call your naming convention should be the name of what you want to do. Like for example, if this is about, maybe I'm developing an application and this handles user information, I can just name it user.py. If it handles order, I just name it order.py. If it handles scores, I can just name it scores.py. So when you finish naming that, just click anywhere outside the name. Anywhere, just will open this. Now I want to test if this is working. If you see something like this, select interpreter, my own, because I have so many interpreters, but your own might not come. If you see such, just select that and make sure it is Python interpreter that is there. So you might not see this on your own, but like I said, my own, I have so many interpreters here. Now I want to test to be sure that my VS Code is working now. I click print and just write hello world. Print hello world. To run this installation, ensure that your run Python code is selected. You come here. This is for your running your code. You can run it directly. It's coming up now. You run it and you can see hello world. But sometimes you might run this and it will not work because it's just using the VS Code runner. I want to make sure it's using the Python interpreter is what is running this. So to do that, I select this down here. I click here and click run Python file. It will run on terminal. Remember the other one, when you just use the code runner, you just run on the output, but this one is on terminal. To close this terminal, you can kill the terminal by clicking on this delete icon to kill the terminal. Okay, that's fine. It means it's working. Let me confirm again by typing print 4 plus 5. I run the code again. Oh, it's working. 4 plus 5 is 9. I can try another one. Maybe print. The print is what you use to output something on your console. 4 multiplied by 8. I have this as 32. Fine. This is working perfectly well. Okay. Means my VS Code and my VS Code and my Python are working perfectly well.